Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special...
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 70 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
3rd down and 13. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta. And his early struggles continue. Here's and the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion right, Debo. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 22.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating to use a boxing.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That is caught, and he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 46 yards. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And incomplete. So we've come to
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
He'll get this to about the 38. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey
shrugs, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Minshew. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Purdy now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Now Purdy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Minshew sets to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On fourth down, Minshew. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
Purdy. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there, and he's got it for the touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It'll be Minshew again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Minshew.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10. Again, Minshew looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
On the ground, McCaffrey, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the 49ers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the